So in semi-video game, semi-movie news, looks like Sonic the Hedgehog is becoming closer and closer to becoming a reality for a film.
Yeah.
And from what they're saying, this is from comingsoon.net, that it's going to be a hybrid CGI live-action movie. Think Alvin and the Chipmunks, Garfield.
Don't say
well, just say, because what has been something that's been live-action in the Smurfs movie?
The Smurfs, yeah,
Stuff where it was, the characters were CGI, because you can't really do a live-action Sonic the Hedgehog. Giant, these big eyes, I think it would look weird.
I thought the last Smurf movie was all CGI, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But the ones before weren't.
Yeah, but I mean, that people would probably understand that when I say that. They're not going to think the one that's 100% CGI.
No,
But with that concept, that's either going to be horrific,
or
a complete cringe fest.
Oh, it's going to be.
I don't know. If...
The problem is, I'm a diehard Sonic fan. I love the concept, the games, the shows. Even at its best, I feel it'll just be okay. Yeah, and that's at its best.
So, like, let's think story wise. Do you do the Sonic Adventure type story where there's a city and there's humans and there's other things?
Yeah, they merge this.
I mean, this point, do you have Eggman in it?
I mean, you have to. Who else is going to be the bad guy?
And but that would be so odd, though. Is he going to look like he does?
Is he going to be a human, or is he going to be CGI or a human with CGI parts?
He needs to be. He needs to be human,
and like a humongous belly and a big old red mustache. Like, how do you do it?
He needs to look like Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah, basically, that's what he does. Kind of looks like,
but
with some shades on.
Yeah,
there's little round glasses.
Yeah, because there's so many routes they can go. They go adventure-wise, where like they're two worlds combined. So our world combined with the Sonic world. Then you can do the whole maybe Sonic ABC series.
Yeah,
I want Knuckles in this.
Yeah, but where do you? Okay, like you were saying, the what people would call Sonic Sat AM, basically, because that's the one that came on ABC. So when Saturday morning cartoons were actually Saturday morning cartoons. That is more of a kind of a serious way of looking. Not saying serious, like it's not Saving Private Ryan, but it takes the concept of a guy who wants to make everything into robots and pollution, and then you have the freedom fighters that live in the forest. So it kind of is more of a.
It has some tones, like in the beginning of the show. It pretty much explains that where Sonic's just running, and then he sees a big ship, and everything gets destroyed. And
because in that storyline, Robotnik was like the king's chancellor, but he was behind the scenes. He was making all these robots, and then he made a machine that can turn life forms into robots. So that's why he captures all the forest animals. He's turning them into the roboticized.
Here's the thing I'm having a problem. When Sonic's running really fast, you want to see a live action version of that?
Yeah,
it's going to look silly. It's going to look silly.
See, but that's the thing. Do you use that kind of more of a focused storyline, or do you go super silly like how Sonic Boom is, where like it's constant jokes? It's a funny show.
It's got to be a balance. It really does, and it has to be done right. And like I said, at its best, I just feel that it's going to be okay.
And that's the thing, though, because if you go because the Sonic's the one we're talking about before, the Saturday morning cartoon version, not the Sonic Adventure one, was awful. But that one, certain characters aren't going to be in it. Because in that version, you're not going to get Amy. You're not going to get Rose. You're not going to get Knuckles. Any of the Chaotix people. You're not going to get any of those characters if you go that way.
Yeah, you're gonna get Sonic,
Sally,
Bunny.
That walrus guy, I forget his name.
Yeah, and then you have
the French guy.
Yeah, it was his name.
What about the Robot Cat? Do you get him too?
See, it's so weird. There's a lot of characters that are just like not in that one. You get Tails.
Yeah, you get Tails.
All it really matters is that Sonic and Tails are in it.
Yes.
That's all it really. Give me Mecha Sonic. Is he going to be the bad guy? Is he going to be Knuckles? It's going to be. The Chaos Emeralds?
Do you go Supersonic?
Yeah,
you got to have the Chaos Emeralds.
Again, do you use Silver? Do you use Shadow?
I say no. If it does well enough, you can bring those guys in
a part 2.
I think that's too much for one of the first movies.
I think you need to go Sonic and Tails. Do you do an origin story?
You should. Actually,
what
Tails
is Sonic's origin?
Well, it depends on what you go for. Because there was a little mini comic book that actually people done where it was like talking about all his origins, like how do you learn how to run? How do you? How do you
get his fancy red shoes?
Because that's a storyline where it's the shoes that make him run fast. Yeah. And he's fast just naturally, but his shoes are actually making him the one that actually gives him the super speed.
Exactly. And then the one that was on the TV series was on ABC. It was his grandfather that gave him shoes that he was fast already, but his shoes made him even faster.
And then the rings gave him like superpowers.
Exactly.
So how do you incorporate the rings?
Yeah, exactly. I say technically, if all story wise, I would just go with ABC. They
use that really ABC storyline, and then where all the characters based CGI, the only real humans are going to be just kind of like whatever kind of general looking kind of guys. But do you do something more, again, like Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast, where there's a city, and then there's like the Mystic Ruins, and then you get on the
people.
train, and there's people walking around, and
Well, I wanted it to be
Casino Zone.
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
That would be funny. Like have a version of it, but let it not be so fantastical, more grounded, but still be kind of oh, look at all these special effects. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking this movie's got to be 70% Sonic, 30% regular people. It can't be a 50-50 or even more humans.
Yeah.
'Cause that's not going to be a Sonic movie
And
anymore.
I would love a backstory because, man, Tails' backstory is like so sad.
Yeah,
It's like so.
because his parents died,
Yeah,
and
like literally,
he's mutated.
Yeah,
That's why he has two tails.
he was literally born during like Robotnik's like takeover. So literally, as soon as he was born, his parents get killed. Robotnik kills him, and because like they were like intelligent and
Wow.
stuff, and so he's born with this deformity. He's an orphan. Sonic kind of watches out for him,
And he looks up to Sonic because he's like a hero, and he has
Yeah.
like and then Tails starts to learn to do like, oh, I'm not as fast as Sonic, but I can help him build things. I can build the tornado and do all these like kind of like helper type stuff.
Exactly, and you find out like he's actually a real genius, and that's
When it
like,
comes to mechanics, like he's a good mechanic.
so he becomes like his sidekick and helps him out, and it's just really sad because like, dude, like Robotnik killed his parents and like just,
Yeah, it's a really sad storyline.
Yeah.
But here's the thing though, another thing I thought of, another movie that's CGI and live action is going to be like Yogi Bear.
oh no,
Just a piece of garbage.
I hope not.
I hope not.
No, we didn't talk about this, but we saw like a Spanish trailer for a Woody Woodpecker movie.
Oh,
Where
yes.
remember I showed you that like it's all in Spanish. I don't even know if it's coming out in America, but basically Woody Woodpecker CGI and everyone else is human, and it looks ridiculously awful. Please don't do that to Sonic.
No,
Well, I think Woody Woodpecker is still big or overseas, like
Yeah.
in South America and like in Japan, but he's not that big here.
Yeah, it's not. Just come on, Sonic. There's good Sonic storylines they can use, but I got a bad feeling they're not going to use any of those
no,
storylines.
I have a feeling they're going to use Sonic Boom or something like that. Where
Which isn't bad, because again, a lot of people crap on Sonic Boom, but it's actually self-aware.
Yeah.
It makes fun of the fans. It makes fun of Sega.
So it's like Teen Titan Go then.
Kind of in that way,
Yeah.
because there's like a thing where Tails builds the thing that make people run fast like Sonic. He's like, it has twice the mega power. And so Sonic's like, that doesn't exist. That's not a thing. Yes,
because
it
it
is.
is
It has mega power. What stupid marketing BS?
blast processing.
Yeah, it has blast processing.
That's what
Because
he's
it's
in front
even
of.
real. Yeah, it is. It gets all
Well, the thing
that.
is, so is there any significance about Tails building that World War I plane?
Yeah, the tornado
Yes,
too.
tornado,
yeah.
yeah.
And there's a lot of little things like that. And then if you have the Chaos Emeralds, where you got to have Knuckles because he's the guardian of the
Chaos
Emeralds.
Yeah, the last.
Do you
of
have the
his
Chows? Do you do like where do you go with all this?
Exactly, that's another good point because if you do Knuckles, yeah, he's the last of his race because the Chows, pretty much
The
flooded-
echidnas.
Yeah, they literally flooded the earth. The Chows, the Chaos Chow.
Yeah, little Chow baby thingies.
Well, but that's the thing, yeah, because all those ones are made into the enemies, and when you jump on
Yeah.
them, they become
Yeah,
normal
that's the
again.
whole part of Sonic is saving all these
Yeah, so
animals.
you even
Yeah.
bring that up?
the,
Is that even a story?
the little flickies. That's where basically the birds are from.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I really wish they would hit home with Sonic is that it's a kind of more of a environmental story of like,
Yeah.
he doesn't really destroy things; he reverts them, bring them back to what they originally were. But I don't know. I'm hoping that they make it good. I just hope they don't make it too environmental, and I hope they don't make it too silly.
See, that's the thing. They have to find their focus. Are we going to use the comics as our storyline? Are we going to use one of the cartoon series as our storyline? Or are we going to use one of the video games as a storyline?
Yeah.
Don't try to do this
I think you might do a
pick and
mismatch.
mismatch.
Yeah, they're going to do a mismatch.
Because if these are video games, we don't need characters like Big the Cat. E102, he'd be a side kind of character.
Yeah.
I don't know. No Shadow, no Silver. Don't do weird princess falling in love with Sonic. We don't need
no
that.
humans falling in love with Sonic. No,
Do we do Werewolf Sonic?
no, we don't do any of those.
Oh, Sonic Colors? Do you do the book?
He's a werewolf.
The magic
do you
book?
do the Sonic rings? No, you don't do.
Sonic, oh, sorry, ladies. I take it.
Sorry, ladies.
She has the ring on his finger. It looks so silly. I think they should either use the ABC cartoon series or the Sonic Adventure.
Yes,
The original Dreamcast 2 Sonic Adventure games. And let those be the storylines.
those will be pretty good. I mean, I would the comic books aren't bad either because the comic books kind of have almost all the characters in it.
Mm-hmm.
They have the ABC characters, they have the regular video game characters, they have everything.
I'm thinking because they say CGI hybrid that there's going to be humans in this. I'm almost hoping that Robotnik is the only human.
I really hope so too.
Because I don't want a bunch of we don't need a Transformer situation. We don't need a Sam Witwicky.
Yeah.
And some hot girl he falls in love with, and Sonic is like Bumblebee. He's like the side thing that happens.
Yeah.
And
then
we
it's-
don't need the bumbling special agent type either.
Yeah, we don't need some
that.
dummy cop who's like, whoa, what's going on? And he doesn't know anything. We don't.
Yeah,
We don't
want
need
that.
a bumbling idiot. Just
That's why I
keep
don't
that
want it
up.
to be in modern times. Like it's like in America, 2017.
I want it to
and
be
Sonic
in Sonic's
shows up.
world,
Yeah.
fantastical. Make it that, please.
There's a really funny fan-made live-action Sonic thing, and James, the Angry Video Game Nerd, has a little cameo in it. Like, he's a reporter.
Yeah.
And even doing it that way, where like, oh, the famous Dr. Robotnik has seized an island, he tried to do it like in a serious kind of way, but it's still silly. Like, I don't know if they should go that route at all.
Exactly. I feel like maybe if they're gonna do it where he comes to our world, it should be more like he literally comes in, here's his ship, and everyone's like, what the heck, and boom.
Yeah, because what if Robotnik goes, yo, I can't beat Sonic here, but if I go to a different reality, I can take over that planet, and he just does like a plane shift.
Exactly.
And then Sonic chases after him.
Or could you imagine him taking our weapons, and now his Robotnik things have nuclear bombs?
Yeah. See, there's so many different ways they can go with this.
Yeah.
But it's got to be brief that he's in a world. It can't be a long, prolonged
See, that's the thing. I don't know how long.
And also with Dr. Robotnik, I would prefer him to be called Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah, Dr. Eggman's just so stupid sounding. I like Robotnik.
Yeah, because I want to say...
It's the whole Bowser King Koopa thing.
Yeah.
Where, like, in America, we called him King Koopa, but he's Bowser in Japan, and then now it's just Bowser all the time now. So
and I hate it because I want to say, in my mind, I always thought his name is Dr. Robotnik. He is a...
Doctor.
He's a doctor. He's a scientist. He's smart. He's genius. Why would he call himself Eggman?
That was like something he made fun of him. Sonic would make fun of him because he was shaped like an egg, so he'd make fun of him.
Exactly, an Eggman, because like Egghead, like smart.
I came up with it. They're going to base this movie off of Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
Yes.
That's going to be the basis of the story.
And then you notice too, Robotnik, when I remember one time in Sonic game, he runs really fast. You notice how when he's out of the machine, that one scene in the first Sonic game?
Yeah, it's so silly because there's no reason why Robotnik could outrun Sonic except for the fact that it's a video game. And you can't just
he's all like this. What is he doing?
What, though? I'm excited for a trailer.
I want to see what this looks like. Sonic needs to look great.
I'm morbidly curious. I think it's going to be a freak show. I'm sorry.
It probably will be.
I don't want to hear about this. The next thing I know, I see it at a red box. Like, what happened? It just went straight to DVD.
Yeah.
Sonic's like, come on, man. What do you want from me? He's on the cover like this.
He's making
do you have Jarrell White do the voice of Sonic?
Yeah.
The guy who does it in Sonic Boom isn't bad.
No, he's not bad.
He's not bad. But he could get that the original voice actor. Because I know he'll still do it. I guarantee he'd still do it.
He would, especially. I don't know. I kind of like the new one because he's a little more... I guess
sassy.
Yeah, he's more sassy. He's more like adult kind of.
Does he still love chili dogs? That is guaranteed. He's got to eat chili dogs.
Either he's got to show up in the real world in New York City and he has to eat a chili dog for the first time, and he's like,
that's what Sonic likes to eat. Yeah, I remember that.
It's a stupid thing. He's like, what kind of food? He's like, chili dogs of all things. It's just, there's a lot of places they can go that where you can hear that we're big Sonic fans. We love the lore and everything. But does this really connect with the average moviegoer who's going to take their kid to go see?
You know what? I feel bad because a lot of kids don't even know who Sonic is.
No.
I'm afraid the only one they know Sonic is because their famous YouTuber talked about the music that Michael Jackson being in the games maybe, and that weird the mythos about this.
Well, Sonic Mania did well enough, so maybe that this Sonic's getting back into being a great character like he deserves to be.
But there's nice tall legs.
see, Sonic Mania, he's classic Sonic. Yeah, it's not Sonic Boom Sonic.
Shortened,
Yeah, he's kind of chubby.
I was gonna say too is that, but this might bring it back where it's negative again.
Yeah, like this movie sucks and it's like Yogi Bear and it's just terrible.
Exactly. I was like, oh, Sonic, what a joke! And I'm like, no, I don't want that. This game is doing great. We want more. So hopefully, this kind of catapults him back into the fame.
If there's a trailer and there's a fart joke in the trailer, this movie. No. But again, it's for some reason. People make these movies for kids. Kids think farts are funny, and it's a phenomenon. You will find poop and fart jokes in movies, like in the first in Transformers. It's like a pee joke. It's stupid. No one thinks it's funny.
This might not be an apt correlation because I'm going to use it anyway. It's like Wonder Woman. Okay, you built one step, and then Justice League's going to come in, and it's going to just go wreck it all over again.
And there's so many.
And Sonic's nowhere in the level of Justice League, but I mean in terms of just how it's going to mess everything up again.
Sonic Mania did a good job of bringing Sonic back to being a positive thing.
Yes.
Because when you hear a new Sonic game, you cringe. Sonic Mania kind of changed that a little bit. Oh, Sonic movie comes out and it's awful. It's going to be like, oh, Sonic's terrible again.
Exactly.
It's a stupid thing.
And Mania it did nothing then. It just went back to zero again.
Yeah. Because we went from 0 to 1, and we're going to go back down to 0.
Yeah, and also, like Crimson was saying, too, with the whole Sonic has to have a good voice actor. It's got to have that sass. It's got to have that kind of like, almost like a Spider-Man kind of sass to him.
Because Sonic is very 90s. Yeah. That's when he was created, was in the 90s, so he has a very 90s attitude.
Yeah, he's very cocky.
I'm fast, I'm cocky, I can do all these cool moves, and It just seems like, how do you translate that to a movie? Because do you see Sonic walking around talking to people and dialogue? I just want to see him run fast and jump on things. And,
and
but can you make a new movie narrative out of that?
Yeah,
though?
exactly. I don't know.
And also another thing I need to see, I want to see Dr. Robotnik's like actual machines.
So would it make more sense to get
one?
that sassy Sonic like you said from that one?
See, from Sonic Boom. Do you
Yeah.
have him more like that way, where he's a little more snarky and sarcastic?
I think that's the way to go. I don't think you can make lucky, happy-go-lucky.
Yeah,
Sonic.
see where.
And also I just thought of too, like the ABC one. I don't know how well that would look on screen because like there's a lot of times where like he's planting bombs and bases and blowing them up.
Yeah, because they're very Star Wars-ish. They're rebels.
they're
They're going around, they're
rebels.
sabotaging equipment, and that's why I think the movie should be 100% CGI or 100% just animated, like the opener to Sonic Mania.
Yeah.
Just do it animated. No, they're doing this weird. There's going to be live action, and I don't know. It just feels weird because I don't want to see a bunch of. You don't need, like I said, a Transformer situation where you have all these weird, silly humans. We just want to see the robots.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Godzilla movie effect. I don't care about the humans in the
I want to see Godzilla fight
destroy
monsters.
Things. Yeah, that's what I want to see. I don't want to see the humans.
I want to see the King of Monsters. Damn it! I don't want to see anything else.
And then Tails could be like Sonic's conscious. No, we can't do that. Sonic. He could be the one that tried to bring Sonic.
See, it's so weird. There's so many different ways they can go with it, but
Tails needs to do that.
We just came up with 10 great ideas, and none of those ideas are going to go through. I guarantee it.
So.
It's going to be Alvin and the Chipmunks, but with Sonic the Hedgehog. The Squeakquel.
I didn't like Alvin and the Chipmunks because they were too
Shipwrecked.
Shipwrecked.
It's so stupid, all the titles.
Shipwrecked.
Monks in the Hood. That's the last one.
The monks.
Oh my goodness, we're in the bottom.
I don't know.
Sonic here.
Sonic, we wish you the best, but we don't see this thing.
I think it's me like Sonic. We hardly knew thee. That's what it's going to be. Sorry, I'm sorry. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. You know, it would be a fun scene. He should run through Tokyo somehow.
Yeah, so there had to be something cool like that. It says with the Sega offices. Oh, there he is right there.
Right,
Swings on one of the poles and
yeah, exactly. Something like that.
One of the Sega arcades. They still have Sega arcades in Japan, so that would be funny.
A lot of them aren't even branded Sega anymore.
No.
Sega does own them, but they're not. They're just
it's not
Funland something.
That's amazing. That's not even a name in Japan anymore, which just tells you something.
Yeah.
But yeah, that Sonic again. We wish you well, but we don't see until we see a trailer. So otherwise, I have bad feelings about this.
And I think we're going to be proven right.